Nintendo. Seriously, why do you make me do this? I've been a huge advocate of you for years. I love the NES, the Super NES. Huge fan. Huge fan of the N64. Big fan of the GameCube. Even enjoyed the Wii and the Wii U. I actually think the Wii U is a really underrated system. But this? Okay, now, this isn't like a drama or a rant. This is like a serious reasoning here, okay? So let's sit down and talk about this new offering, okay? So, Nintendo has recently announced that they're going to have a new service that's going to come out that's going to include N64 games and Genesis games on top of your NES and your SNES games with your online. It sounds great on paper. We all knew there was going to be a price increase. There was no way there was not going to be a price increase. We all knew it was coming. That part's fine. I don't have any issue with that. What I have an issue with is the way they're doing it. The normal $19.99 a year that you could do in 1, 3, or a full year. Why you would ever do it in less than a full year, I don't know, because it's only $20. Now goes to a one-time fee of $50. That's right, $30 more than you're paying now for the service. And you get N64 and Genesis. You also get the Animal Crossing DLC, the Playday DLC. Now, I imagine they did this to soften the blow. Because if you get that and you play Animal Crossing, it's a good way of getting that DLC and only paying an extra $5 during the year to get all the extra added benefits. And if you're an Animal Crossing fan, I recommend you go ahead and get it, at least for this year. And the reason for that is simple. You're only paying an extra $5 and you get access to N64 and Genesis games. Now, your mileage is going to vary on these. Realistically, most of the benefit of Nintendo's online service from the get-go has been focused around the retro gaming community and those that like Nintendo. They've already had good representation from Sega on the store. They've also had good representation from Neo Geo on the store already. Buy a lot of these individually. This just gets you access to a small library of them. Now, that said, a lot of these are already available through the Genesis collection as far as the Genesis games go. Now, if you buy this collection, you get access to over 50 games from the Sega Genesis at the low price of roughly $30. This is already going to dampen your enthusiasm because there's only 4 games on the online service that are not in this collection. Now, keep in mind there are a couple of big hitters. Echo the Dolphin. Your mileage will vary on this one. Some people swear by this game, other people hate this game. Castlevania Bloodlines. Probably one of the better Castlevania games out. It's fantastic. Contra Hard Corps. That's another fantastic game. It's a great one to have. And Strider. Now, keep in mind, I think Castlevania Bloodlines and Castlevania Hard Corps are available in other packages. Not the Genesis collection, but probably in some sort of Konami collection somewhere. I believe those are available. If you already have those, then these 2 extra games, Bloodlines and Hard Corps, are kind of a bust for you anyway, because you probably already own them. Echo the Dolphin, I don't know if it's been in another collection, at least one that's accessible on the Switch. Strider, same thing. So, that alone kind of makes this look a little less appealing. So really what you're paying for is effectively the N64 stuff. So if we try to go into this and learn more, here we go. Let's see the full list of N64 games. So it's going to start out with roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 titles. So that's not too bad. You're going to get Mario Kart 64, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Star Fox 64. That first row is really good. Mario Tennis. Okay, maybe some people love the N64 version of Mario Tennis. I couldn't care less. Mario 64 already owned this in the collection that they released. If you missed it, this is a way of playing it. Dr. Mario 64. I guess that's good if you're into Dr. Mario. I never massively got into Dr. Mario. Yoshi's Story. I never played this one back in the day. I couldn't tell you. Win Back Covert Operations. I've never even heard of this game, so this isn't a big draw. I don't think anybody's going, oh my god, Win Back Covert Operations, I have to have this collection now. And Sin and Punishment, which looks like it was a Japanese-only game. These two could be amazing, but I have absolutely no idea. This game I could care less about. Yoshi's Story may be good. I don't know if I care much about that. Dr. Mario 64, I don't know. It could be good. It could be okay. I never really got into it, but there's at least 4 out of here that I think are pretty much completely worth playing. But the question becomes, is this worth an extra $30 in a year, particularly in a model that doesn't allow for monthly installments? I don't really think so. And if you're not into Animal Crossing, you're kind of getting hosed, and you have to have it included. So now you have this DLC, of which you either don't have the game, or you're not playing the game, because the game only lets you have 1 island per Switch. So your kid, or your spouse, or somebody may already own the island, and in that case you're not playing it. So it's a great benefit to them, but you're the one footing the bill. So I kind of don't understand this completely. I would have liked to have seen an option where you didn't get the DLC, and maybe it was like, say, $30 or $35, $40 at most. And I still think $40 is a bit much for what you're offering on this right now. I really think it should have been somewhere between $30 and $35 if you opted out of the expansion content, which you're not letting anybody do. So again, you're penalizing people that don't play Animal Crossing by including it and not giving them an option to not have it. So now all of us own something from Animal Crossing that we don't want if we jump into this, which seems stupid. So, what's my recommendation? How bad is this? I think it's a little too expensive. I'm not going to completely freak out. It's an extra $30. It's less than a full-on Switch game. It's less than Games with Gold was back in the day. It's less than PS Plus. So it's still pretty competitively priced, but it's getting closer to those in price range without offering the same kind of really good voice tools, matchmaking, group chat options that those services offer. So from that standpoint, they're still behind. They're just trying to play on nostalgia to get you in the door. And if you don't play a lot online, or you don't play a lot of retro games, I wouldn't even recommend the $20 version, much less this $50 boost. So, I don't know. You guys will have to tell me in the comments what you think. I think this is a bit overpriced for what it is. I think it's a bit of price gouging. I think it's people playing on the N64 nostalgia to try to sell you something for $50 that probably should be priced a lot more reasonably and shouldn't be coming with this retarded DLC that nobody really needs packaged in there. Again, that's a $25 value if you play Animal Crossing. If you don't, then, oh well, you own it anyway. That's one of the dumbest things. I mean, I know they threw it in, I'm sorry, I gotta stop. I'll go off on this for another 10 minutes. Because that is dumb. That is just straight up dumb. Nintendo, you've done better. You've been very consumer friendly this generation up to this point. Particularly with your online offering and it only being $20 and giving you that much extra edit benefit. I feel like this is a step backwards, and you need to rethink your pricing scheme. Not that you're ever going to see this or ever going to listen to this, but maybe somebody will see this who you will actually listen to and can start to reason with you. Till then, happy gaming, folks.